Hey guys, welcome back to Kiwanna's Kitchen. I'm Kiwanna. In today's video, I am going to be making a brisket for the very first time, and I'm bringing you guys with me as I make it in my Instant Pot. So, let's go. Alright guys, so here's the brisket that I'm going to be using in my video today. It is a total of 4.63 pounds, and as you guys can see, I did purchase this from HEB. It is a big brisket, and I'm pretty sure we are going to have leftovers, but I'm going to go ahead and get this washed, and then I'll bring you guys back, and we are going to start to cook this brisket. Alright, so here's my brisket all clean. I did wash it thoroughly. So what I'm going to do is cut this in half because, as you guys can see, it is a pretty big brisket. So I am going to cut it this way, but when I cut it to serve it, we're going to cut against the grain, which is this way. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just get this seasoned. And I am going to season it thoroughly. From what I saw, they say you want to make sure you put a nice amount of seasoning, because I think the brisket kind of sucks up the seasoning, or I don't know, but I just did see where they said you want to season it thoroughly, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you the seasonings that I'm going to be using on my brisket. Now I did get this seasoning for brisket along with two others that are specifically made for brisket, okay? So I'm also going to use some of my salt and pepper blend here that I put together myself, which is basically onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and sugar. I did see cane sugar. I did see a couple of videos on when people made briskets, they were using brown sugar, and so one guy even used like maple syrup or something in his little glaze or marinade or something that he was putting on there, and that brisket looked so good, okay? But anyway, I'm starting off with the seasoning, the brisket seasoning, okay? Now I did see where they were saying that you want to thoroughly season your brisket, meaning you want to go heavy on the seasoning, because I'm not sure exactly of how these cook when they cook. Again, this is my first time making a brisket, and I'm bringing you guys with me as I do it, and I'm going to be doing it in the Instant Pot, okay? But again, I just saw where they said that you want to heavily season your brisket, and then once you rub it in really good, you want to pat it in, okay? They said pat it and then just keep doing it, and then you want to let it sit for about 30 to 40 minutes just so that the seasonings can do whatever they need to do to your brisket. You want to get the sides and all of that as well. Now I did tell a friend of mine who's also here on YouTube and who also lives here in San Antonio. His name is Rick, and his channel is called Rick's Barbecue. And I had posted on my Instagram of, me making a brisket for Easter, because, we wanted to change things up a bit. And I did a brisket instead of a ham, and he was pretty excited for it, or whatever, and then saw the photos that I did post. But yeah, he makes a lot of briskets as well. So I just wanted to go ahead and make it, being here in Texas, everybody like brisket, and I've never had brisket, so here we are. So I did flip the brisket over, and I did the other side as well. Like I did the other side, seasoned it very well. So now, like I told you guys, I'm going to cut this in half because we are going to sear this, okay? We are going to sear this in the Instant Pot, and I'm going to sear it on saute, which I'm going to share with you guys also. So now that I'm cutting this in half, you want to go ahead and season that part. Well, I am going to season that part as well that you guys see right there, because you don't want to leave no part unseasoned, okay? I saw where you want the entire brisket seasoned, okay? So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna let these rest for about 35 to 40 minutes before I get this into my Instant Pot, and then we are gonna give it a good sear. So it's just resting now, and we are ready to saute. So it takes a minute to warm up a bit, and I haven't used my Instant Pot in a while, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to cook my brisket in the Instant Pot, because from what they say, this takes anywhere from like 8 to 11 hours or something like that to cook in the oven or on the grill. And I don't have a grill, okay? Where I live, we can't even barbecue really on the property. They have like a certain area where you can take your grill to barbecue and all that. And that's like on the other side of the property. And I don't got time for all that. I don't got time to be toting no grill. So I said we're going to do this in the Instant Pot. So you guys can see how it is turning out here. I'm giving it that nice golden sear. Okay, it's cooking really really well, and I'm gonna sear it on each and every side. Okay, and it is pretty heavy, and it seemed like as I'm cooking it, searing it rather, it is getting heavier, you know. So I got one piece done. So now we're going to go ahead and do the same with the other. And you guys see all that goodness down there at the bottom. We are not going to get rid of that. I am actually going to add that in with my stock. Now this is a roast beef stock from Better Than Bullion roast beef. I'll share that photo with you guys here in just a second after I, start scraping down all that goodness that's in the bottom of that Instant Pot, okay? And that's a lot of flavor in there. So that's what I'm using right here. I did add that in there for added flavor. So I'm going to go in with some onion, and then I'm going to add the seared briskets in there, and we are going to saute. Well, Lord, we are going to cook. We're going to cook this for about 2 hours, okay? So I'm not going to edit anything out. Normally when I make bloopers in the video or whatever, I edit them out, but I'm not editing it. I'm not editing anything out, okay? Whatever is in here is going to be in here. So we are going to go ahead, get that top on there, and we are going to cook this for a total of 2 hours, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and set it to where it needs to be set and just let it cook. Now, I did see also where they said once the brisket is done, you want to let it rest, which is normal because, large cuts of meat, you want to let it rest so that all that juice that's kind of sucked up in the middle don't drain out because you cut it so quickly once you took it out. You want to let it rest so everything can go back, to where it was. And here it is here, guys. I did shred it up. And we served it with barbecue sauce with some of it, and we have a ton left over. And again, I made this for Easter, guys. This is our Easter dinner, and we had a lot left over, so much that I did freeze the rest. But yeah, here's our Easter dinner here. It turned out perfect. So I truly do hope you guys enjoyed my video of me showing you my very first time of me making a brisket from scratch in the Instant Pot. If you did, please give my video a thumbs up. Support my channel by subscribing. And until next time, you guys take care. Later.